Hello friends, Cass here. I'm out on my walk in the Netherlands on this sunny Sunday. And as is usually the case, everyone is out with their dogs or their bicycles or whatever because the sun is shining. It is, however, freezing cold. It is just around the freezing point. And there's a bit of a breeze, so it's not entirely pleasant, which is why I have so much wool wrapped around my head. But the sun is shining, which is something it hasn't done a lot lately. And I haven't been out for a walk much this week because although it's been more like 10 degrees, which is 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and fairly warm, hell, a couple times I just went out in a pashmina, I haven't been walking because it's been pouring. So there's that. And unfortunately, I had a flare, a UC flare on Wednesday. So that was no good. And it was the kind of thing that makes your knees feel weak, so you really don't want to leave the house. But luckily, I didn't have to. Hello. And I'm walking on the sidewalk today. Well, I started my video earlier so I could walk where there's sidewalk and not the bicycle path, so no one will yell at me. Freaking spandex brigade. Anyway, I have really exciting things happening this week. One of which is across the street here, that I am down to 188 pounds, to 85 kilograms, which is down 4 pounds from the last time I weighed myself, which was about 2 weeks ago. So that's a bit fast, and I kind of don't believe it in a way, because I don't feel like I've been doing anything different. I mean, like I said, I walked once this week, and I haven't been doing any exercises other than, my knee strengthening exercises, which certainly aren't aerobic or anything. And I've had eclairs for dinner, for Christ's sake, so I feel like, I'll cross the street again. There we go. I feel like I haven't earned losing 4 pounds. However, most of my days are printing, folding, packing patterns, and then I run to the store, run back, run to the store, run back. So, I'm not idle. And one of the things I really want to come through in these videos is that I used to live a really, really sedentary life. Since Bob came to work for RH in 2008, I don't have to do anything. I design patterns, of course, and I do customer interaction and all that kind of stuff, and website design, and the accounting, of course. But I don't physically move. I sit in a chair all day long, and I don't have to do anything else because Bob was doing all the physical work. Well, with him in the US, I have to do it. And it doesn't seem like much, but the amount of calories I used to burn just walking across a parking lot from my car to the building where I worked, I haven't had that for 12 years, 13 years. So, it adds up. And even though I go for these long walks, well, obviously, I don't get in my 10,000 steps every single day. And most weeks lately, I've been getting in 1 or 2. So, there's a reason. But the reason I believe it's not just water weight or the scale is lying to me is that I have to wear a belt with my jeans now, or the hem of my jeans drags in the ground and gets wet, muddy. And my belt is on the last hole and it's not tight enough, so I have to make a new hole. I have a bracelet that used to fit tightly around my wrist and now it's sliding down my arm. I don't feel like I look any different, but certainly my clothes are telling me a story, and this coat that I've been wearing for a couple years now, it feels like it's sloshing around me as I walk. So those are some signs. So that's good news. And on the heels of that good news, I am planning to start my Elements program on Monday, tomorrow, which is the 1st of February. I delayed it a month because my knees were giving me some trouble and I just wasn't ready to start yet. And now I'm going to start. So I will be uploading a video to this channel on Monday of my first day. Probably another picture of my back for comparison. But yeah, first day video. It's gonna be bad, folks. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be me looking like I don't know how to move, and it's gonna be depressing. But the worse it is, the better it'll get in 8 weeks. So look forward to that. And all my fingers are freezing, so I'm gonna turn off this video now and concentrate on my walk. Love you all, bye.